What's up, Cloud Gamers? Welcome to another CGX cast. Sir. It's just eating. But yeah, guys, it's my lunch break, man. It's my lunch break. So we're here. We're here. We're doing another one of these live. Appreciate you guys being here. I know this is supposed to be on Wednesdays, but yesterday we had a spontaneous meeting at work, so that couldn't happen. But glad that we can do this today. So yeah, welcome everyone. I'll take a sec to get to all of you guys and to answer a lot of y'all's questions. Again, that's what we do here. This is a Q&A, open chat, and again, cloud gaming is still new. Some of you guys might not even know what cloud gaming is, but some of you guys who have landed in our channel, here's the place. If you have any questions, what cloud game service you should use, how to play certain games that you might be interested in, here's where you ask those questions. And my goal is to best help answer those questions for you. Or if I can't, people in the chat can help answer those questions. But man, we have a lot to talk about, man. So good news. Well, I don't know if this is good news, but the wife is gone for 3 days, which gives me time to focus on just content and focus on the channel. So I will be streaming a little bit on the Access channel today, tomorrow, and possibly Saturday as well. So again, if you guys are not subscribed to that channel, do. Link should be in the description. And Nimbus Cloud Gaming, you guys see him in the chat. He is the one in control, in charge of that channel. So definitely subscribe to that because we're going to be streaming some really cool stuff there. Forza Horizon 5 is simply awesome. And so I probably will be streaming that there. We'll also be streaming out some 3080 GFN tier games as well on there. So again, check out that channel if you guys are interested in seeing that stream. All right, let's get into this, man. I love these. What up, dude? Good to see you. And now your mom knows, Anthony. What's up? Victor, my dude. Good to see you in here as well. Callie, what is good? Can't wait. It seems like you guys are enjoying these, man. And so it's pretty awesome for that. Seeing that people like this, it definitely motivates us to keep it going. So good stuff overall. Victor says, how many subscribers on GFN? The various tiers? That's an interesting question. How many subscribers in xCloud? Interesting question. Estimates. Okay. Well, Stadia has not announced anything yet. xCloud, well, we know Game Pass has 18 million. How many people of those people actually use xCloud is hard to say. I think GFN, I know they announced 10 and recently I think 12. And how that is divided across the different tiers, I don't know. I can't tell you that. But yeah, hopefully that answers all that questions. Flesh you, it's good to see you, my dude. Gandra, good to see you. I bet most GFN users on the free tier, possibly. Again, we don't have like the breakdown of who's on what tier, but maybe. But the thing though, if that's the case, it's still not a bad thing though, because it means people are utilizing cloud gaming. So again, GFN boasts the biggest count of free-to-play titles. So if people are using the free tier to get their free-to-play title fixed on, hey, there's nothing wrong with that as well, right? As long as they're able to experience the cloud and have a good experience doing it, that's gold. That is gold. Let's see. Okay, we answered that. All right. For xCloud, the real question is how many users of xCloud done own? Yeah, Andrew, that's also a great question. It'll be great to know. But we don't know. So we can just sit here and speculate. Overpowered, what is good, man? It's good to see you, my dude. So I'm gonna let those questions come in. You know me. So if you guys don't ask the questions, you guys are gonna see me ramble about a bunch of cloud gaming nonsense. So spare me from that, spare you guys watching from that by asking questions. If not, let's start with the rambling, right? So, man, I cannot wait for the podcast. Number one, GTP is going to be back. Missed the do last week. If you guys haven't checked out the podcast, do. But I cannot wait to talk about Forza Horizon 5 because that game is just the game alone is just incredible. But then the performance in xCloud, guys, it's in another level. So today, if you guys are an IGN, they just displayed they got like 4 hours hands-on with Halo Infinite single play campaign. And go watch that video if you guys haven't yet. If you guys were concerned about how the single play element of that game's going to turn out, rest assured, it looks pretty epic. And the video, in a way, confirms it. But my thing is, with how well Forza Horizon 5 performed on xCloud, if Halo Infinite can match that performance quality, then boy oh boy, that's gonna be a big thing come this holiday season, right? But again, just my experience with Forza Horizon xCloud has been absolutely impressive. GFN 3080 has spoiled me. You know, you guys catch me in the podcast, you hear me saying that it's going to be hard to play anything else because, again, the graphics, the maxed out settings, the 120 FPS and PC 1440p, and then 4K in the Shield 60. That's where I want to play my games. If a game comes out, I'm crossing my fingers hoping it's coming to the GFN because of the 3080 tier. So my question is, man, after experiencing that beauty, right? How would other cloud gaming service be for me? And if you watch the podcast, you hear me say I was crossing my fingers hoping Battlefield was ever to come to the cloud. Please be in GFN, because I'm a sucker for performance and graphical quality. And my thing's like, man, I don't want to be playing Battlefield on a 1080p rig while on GFN can get 1440p or 4K. But after my experience with how well Forza Horizon 5 worked on xCloud, in a way, it gives me peace that they can handle the big boy games, right? That game looks stunning. Again, it would be dope if they give us 4K with it, but that game ran well. 1080p looks good. Different performance quality. Again, they have performance and quality mode, different modes, and they all ran pretty well, looked really good. So shout outs to xCloud. If you guys haven't tried Forza Horizon on xCloud yet, you guys owe it to yourself to do so, man. It runs incredibly well. Great game. People are saying that game actually is contender for game of the year, and I highly agree. That would be crazy for racing game wins game of the year, but we'll wait and see for sure. My purchase on GFN Human Force. Nice. Good for you. Good game. Good games. Do you have like family? Because I feel like those games are great like co-op family games. So if you have like family kiddos, those are excellent games to play with them for sure. Yes. So my experience, yes. So to throw this out there, xCloud is is very inconsistent for some people. I know that Monkey right now is really still struggling with performance in xCloud. But I'm here West Coast side, and man, it plays really well. So for my on my browser, yeah, it runs like. And I think I said I'm gonna be streaming today. I'm going to be using my browser to stream Forza, either today or tomorrow. But yeah, performance wise and browse has been dope. xCloud need to, yeah, yeah. They do. That those artifacts is something, you know. So I'll be 100% honest with you. Um, this was a huge issue for me, and you guys have heard me talk about this multiple times. But realistically, lately, I feel like they've been really improved, at least for me on the West Coast side. There's a game, Scarlet Nexus. I remember when that game came out, I was like, man, I'm not playing this game again because Tales of Arise came out, and to me, I feel like that is the RPG game of the year. But Scarlet Nexus was a game that I was always like looking at and eyeing on XCloud. And the game came out, and I was like, "Yo, this game does not run well. This artifact graphically, it's not impressive." So I actually didn't play, and then someone on our Discord was like, "You need to go back and check that out. They've made some changes." And I went back, and they've cleaned it up, and you can't see the compression anymore. So, and the same thing for Forza Horizon 4. That game lagged visually. It looked okay, but lag was an issue. And then, going back and playing that game again, they've made significant changes to where it runs better. So you see them doing work in the background. And my goal and my hope is that eventually all the games can benefit from that to where it's not as inconsistent as it is now, because yeah, right now with it really is inconsistent for sure. I mean, yeah, this is just Q&A, man. Just chatting it up, answering questions, connecting with you guys. So again, you guys can ask any questions about the channel, any questions about cloud game in general. This is the place to do it. You guys requested that we bring this back, for that reason alone, to be able to just connect with you guys, talk to you guys, and hopefully answer all the questions that you guys might have. That's why the Q&A is here, right? First party games, agreed. Yes, and maybe that's because Microsoft are, again, they probably have the hardware, and they probably invest in more time performance on the performance than third party publishers would, and that's why. But yeah, I agree. The first party games like Gears of 4 or 5, it runs incredibly well. I actually used to use that for my showcase game on xCloud, but I think my showcase game going forward is going to be Forza, because how well that runs and looks. But yeah, I agree 100%. Right. It's improved a lot, but compared to stage GeForce Now, so yeah, play for it. I can see them. True, true. So Zeta, I hope that's how you say your name. I'm still waiting for 4K. And there's been rumors about them having like a dongle um, to display 4K on the TV. I would agree 100% on my Nvidia Shield xCloud. And again, shout outs to Mr. Test. If you guys don't know him, he's in our Discord, but he pretty much works on, utilizing apps to run well on devices that are unsupported. But yeah, he created an Xbox app, and the app runs well, but it just doesn't do it justice. I was playing for us on my TV with the app. And I was like, something seems to be missing. But I do hope that Microsoft does create, some type of 4K dongle. It's kind of a bummer because I would like them to just support Android TV and create an app that has 4K included. But if they're not going to do that, at least provide, a dongle um, that gives you the best experience in TV, because I would love to play Forza Horizon 5 4K on my TV, right? But yeah, we just gotta wait and see for that one for sure. xCloud has been, yeah, they have been. What up, Maker? xCloud. So the joke on the podcast is that Xbox, Microsoft don't like Scotland, and they've been playing dirty with Monkey over there, man. But yeah, I talked to this dude on Discord, and we're supposed to be capturing some xCloud footage, and Monkey was supposed to be doing some of them, and just the fact that performance is still an issue for him makes it difficult for him to capture this footage. So when he says xCloud doesn't work well, he's not joking. It's an issue in Scotland, bro. Who would be a better rep? Make sure who. Oh my goodness, you for real. We like the whole Stadia rep thing. We have Holt, and you guys we hear us say this. If you watch the podcast, you guys would truly know that me myself, I'm a Stadia advocate, man. I advocate for Stadia. Just recently though, they've been pissing me off, and you guys have heard me voice my frustration, especially like with them not getting 2K. But apart from that, though, I advocate for Stadia because again, I don't own any console, and Stadia I feel like gives me the best console experience. Right? You have dedicated friends list, you have features. It's almost like having a console in the cloud, and I respect that. I think that's totally awesome. But realistically, lately though, they've been just I don't know what's going on, man. I guess like where you see third part like other the competitors, let's say that where you see the competitors making move. I mean, yes, Stadia's still making moves, bringing us some features, but it feels like they've kind of dialed back while they should be pushing. This is like the push line. Dial back is something you do your first year. Then the second year, this should be like, all right, we've been in this, we know what's going on, let's kill it, right? But I feel like instead they're letting the foot of the pedal. While you see GFN just accelerating, you see Xbox Cloud Gaming accelerating, so I would say for me, that's kind of my biggest gripe with Stadia right now. It's just the fact that I feel, again, this is just my personal take. I feel that they can push on the gas more, but instead they're just taking the foot off slowly. And I don't know why that is. Again, the speculations of white label focusing on business to business type relationship with Stadia. If that's the case, I mean, it makes sense. But I would just like to see them again, just push a little bit more. That's all. What is Spaceman? What is good, homie? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, my dude. Did you hear about xCloud for supporting Google TV? This is what the so yeah, there hasn't been anything officially confirmed for them supporting Google TV with 4K, but to me it makes sense. It's just one of those things instead of trying to so the argument from Microsoft might be if we create our own dongle, we can control it better, right? We can update it at our leisure. People can't mess around with it much without our say. The things like if you bring xCloud or whatever the case might be to Android. People can mess around with it, and Microsoft is relying on Google to push updates and stuff like that. So if they create their own dongle, right? They would have full control on updates and how they want it to perform. So I would see the benefit that way, but to me, I'm just like the beauty with cloud gaming is being able to use what you already own to access it, right? So if you own a PC or in Google TV, um, just have that be available to be able to run xCloud, the app, right? So it's already there, so utilize it. But yeah, that'll be my whole thing with that. What are your thoughts on FPS situation? Oh, what up, Tito? So it's quite interesting, and I know the GFN team watches, these and our channel. It's quite interesting. We talk about this in Discord. We've never seen them this quiet about a situation. But I think if you watch Sheev's video, GTP's video, I my thing is, like, I personally, I don't even think it's that big of a deal. And I'm the type of guy, honestly speaking, I probably would have never noticed. My thing is, if the game looks good, runs decent enough, like for instance, right? I was playing that Wave Rider or whatever that game is. They came out, Wave Tail. They came out for Stadia, and I could have swore that game was 60 FPS. It's like, yo, this is running buttery smooth. This looks and feels great. I was like, definitely, hands down, 60 FPS. And then I think it was Chief and others who were like, no, that's 30 FPS. I'm like, my goodness, right? So let me turn this up. So I'm not the guy that would know if a game is at 45 instead of 30 FPS. So honestly, again, it's not that big of a deal for me or to me. But again, I know there's people like GTP and these people like Chief who, the count is the count is kind of important. So to them, I it transparency, we talk about it, is huge. If they're doing something, just let us know that is going on. I think that's the biggest thing, with the community. Just they want transparency. Personally, I don't think like people were saying, "No, GFN is trying to get people to move over to the 3080 tier." I don't think that's the case. I think it can't. Cloud is a beast, bro. It's huge, right? So it might be that they're working on something in a certain region and they need to, lower bandwidth. So I don't know what the case might be, but I know, again, it doesn't mean a lot to me, but for the people that really are concerned about that, I do think, them coming out and being transparent about what the case might be just gives them a good positive look. That's all I would say to that. But if you if you really feel like is that big of a deal, just go to the forums and continue to bicker at them until they see that this is, so we've done a whole dedicated video to it. We've contacted them, and today with the GFN news vid, Monkey kind of addressed it again. So I think we've done our thing to put it out there. And then again, like I was saying, this is the first time like we've seen them, not respond to something. So that is kind of interesting. But again, it's not that big of a deal, but big enough to be addressed. I guess is how you can word it, right? So hopefully that answers your question. Spencer wants xCloud. Yeah, I mean, I hope that's the case. It will make sense if that's what he wants, to make it available on Android TV with 4K. But we'll wait and see. Do you advocate for Stadia? But I can't. Yeah, so me being trusted is me being real with the platform, dude. If Stadia is slipping, I will say Stadia is slipping, and that's okay. So something to know about the guys in the panel. I don't want one. So I say that holds advocate for Stadia, but the the panel was designed for people to be knowledgeable. I don't want like a dedicated fanboy who can see the sides of like other platforms, right? So if Stadia is having a crap week, I want someone to be able to say that, right? Because that's truth, that's real. I don't want like if someone, if Stadia, GFN or Shadow, whoever the case might be, is having a bad week, for them to just continue to praise the platform, because that is not authentic, So I feel like all, I was goes first to say all of the members of the panel, the opinions are authentic. I can say that for sure because I talk to these guys on the regular. They they're not pro one platform. They care. They're enthusiasts, about cloud gaming as a whole. And so, yeah, I wouldn't be okay. And I talked to Rock before we got Rock on as a Stadia advocate, and that was the first thing like he said. He was like, you know, I love Stadia. I love all the other platform, and my goal is to just be real about each platform. And so for that, I can appreciate. So when we say Stadia advocate, we don't want someone who just has the lens of only viewing the positive stuff about Stadia. That's not the panel. It's an insult to the panel, um, because again, we have very knowledgeable people there, and I feel like that wouldn't be good for a conversation. Actually, hey, what up, Chill? How you doing, sir? Let's see. Stadia Luna are the only true pure cloud game service, no strings. That's interesting. Um, yeah, yeah. Tell me more about that. That's interesting. Yo, Chris, what is good, man? It's good to see you, my dude. I'm good. I'm good. Just chatting it up. I'm so excited again. The wife has the kids for 2 days. I seriously don't know what to do with myself, man. It's like what do I do want to finish up the studio. If you guys didn't know, earlier this like 3 months ago I moved. And I have a new YouTube setup. You guys probably can see that from the podcast. But man, there's a lot of work to be done. And just working full time, having a business, being a family man and husband, dad, like I don't have time, right? So I literally just go to the studio, create a video, and leave, right? But with the wife being gone for 2 days, it gives me a chance to, with the kids, she has the kids for 2 days. It gives me a chance to just create the room into the way I want it to be, right? So it's exciting, and I appreciate her. I know she probably is watching this for taking the kids, man. Love my kids, but sometimes you need a break, right? GFN added there and then announced one day. Yo, yeah, yeah. So again, if you watch our podcast, I talked about this, right? They announced one of the dopest rig, and then the November lineup is the one of the weakest we've seen in quite some time, and it just doesn't go hand in hand. But if you again watch the podcast, I think there's more coming this month. And again, they did this last month when they gave us the October roadmap, right? Remember, Crisis was not on that roadmap, and neither was New World. And all of a sudden, these games appeared. So just pay attention to that because, again, they give us a beefy rig, and I don't think that's all we're going to get from them this month. But pay attention to that. I hear you, though. For sure. The game list of Stadia is better than oof. I, I that's people have opinions, right? For instance, Duncan from our uh, podcast, the games he likes, you cannot pay me to to play those games. You really can't. But then, some games I like, he's, not for it. Like NBA 2K, he makes jokes about it, right? So people have different opinions on games. So yeah, you might say Stadia has better games than xCloud, and someone from if someone on xCloud like it's a Microsoft diehards and the Gears of War, the Forza, the Halo are the games that are interested to them, they can make a counter argument to you, right? So yeah, people just have different preferences when it comes to games. If Google seems to be making a good profit, I could definitely see them. Yeah, so again, Google as a company, it's all about money. It's all about, what yeah. You see, I don't think there's anyone, this might sound bad to say, but I don't think there's anyone at Google that is like completely, and I hope I'm wrong, but it'll be dope to see if there is. But the beautiful thing with Phil Spencer is that the dude loves gaming. You know what I'm saying? To him, yes, it's great that Microsoft is making money for, I mean, Xbox is making money for Microsoft. But I think at the end of the day for him, is are we putting out a dope gaming product, dope gaming, whatever it might be, software with Game Pass or console. Like I think that is at the end of the day what he can rest at night, going to bed, be like, yo, we put out the dopest game, we put out the dopest console. And I don't think there's anyone like that. And again, I hope I'm wrong, but I think that's the difference between um, Google and Microsoft, right? I mean, you look at Jeff Bezos. I'm not saying Jeff Bezos is all about gaming, but just seeing his excitement of the success of New World, for him to tweet about that, we finally got one. Like, it shows he understands like what it takes for for gaming to succeed, and I Sander Pashal, whatever his name is, or I don't, you can say Phil Harrison's that guy, but I don't know if people at Google or Stadia has that same drive, that passion. And to me, it seems like, profit is more what the goal is, right? Not passion. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. But yeah, profit, not passion. So if profit is the goal, right? If the goal is what can make Google the most money, then white labeling down the road makes a lot of sense, because that can potentially make them a lot of money. But if the goal is how can we create the dopest gaming platform, if they have that passion, that drive that Phil Spencer has or Jeff Bezos, right? Like, I feel like that's where we'll see Stadia continue to evolve to be something like amazing. But again, I don't know who's all there in Google's camp, so I can't say that. But you look at the differences with these companies, and you can see with Xbox that Phil Spencer's passionate, man, about gaming as a whole. Um, and Jeff Bezos, he wants gaming to succeed, no matter how much it takes or how many tries that the company has got to attempt to make it succeed. Um, and so, yeah, I think that took a minute, but I think that might be like the difference right there. The game list of states, yeah, I did that. It's not a big deal for me, but yeah, okay, yeah, cool, cool. You counted? Okay, that's so. People were saying this 30, and I thought Chief said, "Okay, thanks for confirming that." That's what I was saying. I was like, "Yo, that game is." But holy crap, I gotta catch up with the shot. Yeah, I was gonna say that game ran so smooth, but I had people telling me otherwise. It's that they're losing publishers with GM. Truth. Again, I feel like Stadia, their competitors are celebrating, and they're just releasing the foot on the pedal. And for a company who's in their second year, I feel like they should be like what the competitors are doing, hitting on the acceleration more. Vet, what is good, homie? It's good to see you here, my dude. Do you think EA plays greatly with GFN, allow old titles, those kind? Yeah, I think we'll see more from EA and GFN. Stay close to that. We'll I think we'll see more. Yeah. Can't say too much, but I think we'll see more. When GFN doesn't speak, it's not a big of a if state. It is a big deal, though. Again, we've said that transparency is key here, and knowing GFN history, right? They've they've their launch wasn't the most successful, and I felt like they've done a good job cleaning up the appearance. And so this hurts them if they don't say anything. So yeah, we've made 3 videos calling them out. So hopefully, it is a big deal. Virgil Cloud made a video saying it's a big deal. GTP made a video. We've made a video. We all 3 have called them out on it. So hopefully they say something, right? GFN is speaking, but it definitely isn't addressing the issue. Yeah, they need to address the issue. Holtz, keep it real, has been. Yeah, I saw that show. Shout outs to Holtz. All right, let's keep this rolling here. Make third was mentioned article even. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's keep this going. Just because I love the game, can't wait to play. What up, Rosa? Good to see you. Ben, what is good, homie? Good to see you. All right, pushing along here, pushing along. See Vet and Shots. Kenny G, what is good, homie? Do you think xCloud will be out of beta? I don't know. Again, I think these companies are playing it safe. They sat back and saw what happened to Google Stadia. So I think as long as they can ride the beta, they will. So maybe not, or maybe when Halo comes out, that might be the push of xCloud officially coming out in beta with the dongle and 4K support. We don't know, but I don't think xCloud should be out of beta. Again, you hear us talk about inconsistency here. It's still very inconsistent, and they talked about upgrading to the Series X custom blades, but yeah, we need to see more consistency before it's out of beta. So I personally don't think that they should be out of beta right now, but I love the move that they are making in beta. I mean, you compare xCloud beta to Luna's beta, and can see one is trying the hardest, it feels like, to get out of beta, while the other one is just enjoying the moment, right? If Steam Deck becomes very successful, is there a risk that Steam will pull all its game from GFN? No, the only risk would be if Steam decides to create their own cloud game platform, which, earlier, 2 years ago, there's rumors of that happening. But realistically speaking, the, the thing is, from a business perspective, that, like, I wouldn't. The reason I say that, if I was Steam, right, for you to build your own pod, the super pod like GFN is doing, that costs money, takes resources and investment, right? GFN has already done the hard work for you. So pretty much what GFN is doing now, if GFN is like, we're only going to push a certain store like Epic or GOG and leave Steam out, then if I was Steam, I'd be like, all right, we got to compete that. GFN actually is bringing profit. It's making Steam profitable, because again, is saying, here, Steam, we're providing more ways for your users to experience your game, right? You see what Steam is trying to do with Steam Deck, which is make PCs more portable so more people can have access to the Steam library. GFN is taking that to another level, saying, hey, these guys might have old PCs, old phones that can run the latest games that you're providing here. We'll provide a solution to where they can do that. So if I was Steam, I would actually embrace that, right? Instead of trying to compete against that, right? So again, though, the disadvantage for this is if GFN plays like hardball and pushes one platform. Like if Epic and GFN signs like a deal to where they get a certain game exclusively to GFN from Epic instead of Steam, then I'll be like, all right, we need to do something differently. But no, I don't think they should pull the game. From a business perspective, it doesn't make sense. Hey, Lars, man, thanks for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Again, these donations, super sticker membership, all goes a long way. By the way, just want to shout out our membership. We're still working on doing things with it, but guys, we have videos. We have about 2 videos up right now that hasn't gone live. So we queued videos to launch today, but put a break on it because other news came out. So the advantage of being members is you guys actually get to watch these videos while they're sitting in queue. And because there's 3 of us in this channel, we have a lot of videos on queue. So if you guys want to catch videos before other people do, we have it unlisted for members, so you guys can watch those videos. So yeah, just perk if you're a member. But again, just want to say we appreciate all of the super sticker and all the members that support this channel. So thank you, Lars. GFN does that. Yeah, true. GFN is only getting yeah, and again, I think I said this last shot with next gen being a thing, people caring about performance, FPS count, with them bringing the 3080 tier. I feel like this, developers are like, yo, we can make this power in the cloud to make our game look good and be able to play on pretty much any device, right? So I feel like the 3080 tier makes it makes port devs excited to port the games to the platform, because again, you can showcase your game. I mean, 3080 tiers right now, trying to get one of those is really expensive. Not a lot of people have it. And then to say, yo, guys, we have a solution for that in the cloud, right? To where you can display your games to the max settings, and 12 million people have access to it right now. I feel like it's very enticing to devs. So I think we'll see more devs come in. Again, Battlefield, I think, is a game we'll soon see in the cloud with GFN for just that reason alone. What do you think is so again, Chris just talked about this. Don't know the true reason as to why this is happening, but speculation is, again, they're getting ready to launch different countries to 3080. Maybe they're doing some testing. I don't know. I don't know. Again, though, transparency is key here, so hopefully we can hear from them about it soon. Stadia definitely don't have. Yeah, again, subjective. People have the opinion, and yeah, some people might prefer Stadia games. I know argument that some people make with that is that Stadia has games like Red Dead Redemption, and other games don't have that. Sekiro and Capcom, like GFN to this day don't have like Resident Evil, right? So yeah, you can make that argument, right? But so yeah, again. If White Label become versus, it's said that probable, possibly we have to wait and see. Not to mention, yeah, all right, yeah, you're talking about the Game Pass game list, right? Updating. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. I see you guys talking amongst yourself. I think that's awesome. All right, Space. See you, my dude. See you. I'm trying to catch up in the shot. You guys are here today. All right, I see it again. Y'all are talking amongst yourself. I'm trying to, you welcome, my dude. Just answer some questions. You better answer. Unsolved. Let me see. What is your question? Did I miss it? I'm scrolling up right now. I'm not seeing your question. Maybe ask it again. I'm not seeing your question, my dude. Ask your question again. Sorry if I missed it. Can you get Call of Duty Battlefield series to the cloud? So you can use Shadow PC. Again, we have a video. Again, we're going to have a Battlefield video coming out tomorrow for Shadow PC. But yeah, we showcase Call of Duty running on there. So you can use a virtual PC like Shadow PC to get Call of Duty. And I think again, there are some Battlefields on xCloud and GFN, but it's not the newest one. It's a great question. I know it's coming to the States late this year. I don't know if they mentioned if Canada was going to be added to that as well. I don't know. Maybe xCloud will come out of beta when they allow. When they do, yeah. Again, these rumors of them being being able to purchase games from the marketplace and play it in the cloud, right? They've speculated in that, so hopefully we see that come soon. Okay, let's see. Steam can't pull unless change the. Yeah. What are the videos, CJ? I can't tell you. You gotta. I can't tell you because people will, possibly. I made a mistake one time when I used this open chat to talk about videos that I was working on, and we saw that just start popping up. Um, like my watch video, I said I was going to display Stadia in the smartwatch, and I think the same day or the next day, someone created a video. So I'm kind of iffy with what I say here, because people put in the work to create those videos, and I feel like, yeah. So my lips is sealed, but if you remember, you'll know what those videos are. All right, cool. Let's keep going. I wonder why there's no support from us. Yeah, I think eventually that's gonna come. They always insist, can they refer to service? Yes, I can attest to that statement. You're right. Hey, Barnacle Bay, what's up? Hey, on your GFN versus xCloud versus Stadia comparison, so GFN looks incredible. Is it possible you can share your graphics setting in the Discord? Yeah, absolutely. Hit me up in Discord, and yeah, I can definitely share that with you. I think I showcased that in the video, but if not, I actually have the. So if you look at my GFN, I did a dedicated cyberpunk video, and in that video, I actually with the 30, I showcased my graphical settings, so you can actually see it in that video. But if you can't find it, hit me up on Discord, and I should be able to get that to you. Is at you because when I didn't pass by. Oh, sorry, my dude. So let me. Sorry. I'm really terrible with this, and I truly apologize. So that podcast, all right, just no excuses, but just wanna. So I'm managing conversation with 6 to 8 people, trying to read chat, we also have like private chats going, and then we have a Discord going. So it's like a lot is happening. And then, of course, I'm reading show notes, trying to make sure, listening, right? So there's a lot of things happening. And so it's something we're going to do moving forward. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Chief he's not going to be here this Saturday because I don't know if he wants me to say this, but it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Chief. So he's spent time away. But we're going to pull Chief in so he can take care of the technical stuff, because again, there's just so much going on that I need to focus on during the podcast. So that's why you've seen Chief make more of an appearance. But I do apologize for this, and going forward, hopefully that won't be the case. But yeah, I'm terrible with like highlighting chats and saying thank you, especially like with the pace of the podcast. So Thank you, my dude. Appreciate you support us a lot. So really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Liz Vlogger, can you name another cloud computer like Shadow PC? There's Maximus Settings. Again, we have a video, cloud gaming overview video, where we break down each service. If you go now, Twitter's pinned on there. But if you just search like cloud gaming on YouTube, maybe mods, if you're on here, if you can link him to that video. But that showcase each platform and tells you what they do. But I would say Max Settings would be the best alternative to Shadow PC right now. Anyone selling a PC? Yeah, I have. Yeah, we're trying to upgrade Monkey's PC, man. And the fact they're being quiet makes me. Yeah, maybe that's the case, right? Maybe they are trying to fix it. Hey, Monkey Boy, what's good? Love the good vibes, my dude. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's funny. Your daughter, by the way, I was watching her interview with Holtz. You should let her speak more, man. You should just let her take over your show. She does a way better job than you, man. You know that. So if you guys don't know, we have this really weird history of making fun of one another, but it's all love here. But no, that was a great interview, though. Tell her kudos. Your colors of GFN looked really vibrant. Did you tune you? Nope, didn't mess with any settings. No. It's probably HDR, but for that video, I was sure I turned HDR off. But yeah, if you, again, I have the video up and I showcase my settings, so you guys can check that out. Yeah, it is a nightmare. Again, I just wish they would support keyboard and mouse from the get go, but yeah, it's not the case. Call It's all love, dude. It's all love. But man, anyway, we got about 8 minutes, so keep those questions coming up. If not, just gonna update you guys on some of the stuff that we have coming. So again, members, we have videos queued up. We're gonna these videos coming up. You guys are gonna see them today, pretty soon. We have some videos coming out tomorrow. Pretty soon. I'm gonna be streaming today. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. So if that's something you guys are interested in, check out Excess. And again, Nimbus Cloud Gaming, you see him on here. He streams Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. So check out the Excess channel. I'm also going to try and upload to the VR channel because there's like 3 or 4 videos that I have to do on there that I haven't done yet. Again, having free time this week, I'm going to try to upload there for sure. But yeah, I would say that's the update. I'll just again have 5 minutes. We'll leave that open. Don't know if we have anything else to plug, but I'm just leave this open for a little bit. Again, you guys feel free to ask any questions that you want. We still got 5 minutes on here. If not, again, I have so much more to talk when it comes to cloud gaming. So y'all ask. Yes. Maker. So I just put an announcement. We actually want to form a group because the beauty with Forza is like having people to play with. So like having a group of people, you have access. I feel like Forza is going to be a game that people play for a long time, right? So if we have a group of people to where if you want to play just like a clan or whatever the case may be, you can just jump on, find people to do activities with. I think that'll be really fun. So yeah, been playing a lot. We really love it. Love it for sure. Still monkey. Uh, yeah, pops up. Yeah, that's right. You better behave, bro. Rat you out, man. That's right. Did you try? I missed the beginning. Not sure if yes, I did. Again, performance wise, the game is incredible. The issue I run with games like that is do they have meat? We see, I call it like Stadia's second party games, right? Because in a way, that's what those games were at one point. But they look good, but then meat wise, there's not a lot of content and they dry out pretty soon, like quickly, like Wave Break or Get Packed. The concept sounds good, it looks good, but then give it a couple of hours and you're done with it. So my initial impression was, wow, this feels good. This looks good. It looks like a Zelda type game. It looks good, but my thing is, in the long run, does it have enough content to keep people engaged? I haven't played it. There's so many games to play right now that is so. So I was trying to pick out a game to play. No lie, you can ask the guys in Discord, and I seriously couldn't pick. I was literally asking these guys like, "What should I play?" Because like I was struggling, right? Because I'm playing Life is Strange. I love that game. Because again, story driven games had like that's what I live for. So the story is great. And then with the 3080, you can push max settings, ray tracing, and it looks beautiful. And then Guardians of the Galaxy came out, Far Cry is out, all these games are out, and then Kenna that I'm so far in but haven't beaten yet. So many games to play that I think are better quality than Wave Tail. So just realistically speaking, Wavetail is at the end of my list. But when that backlog clears up, which I don't think is going to be happening anytime soon, Forza Horizon, it's another game, right? That I feel like it's going to take a lot of my time. I'm really enjoying that game. But yeah, it's just, yeah, there's a lot of great quality games to play, and that game is good, but just it's going to be a while before I devote a lot of time to it. When I had Stadia Pro play, yeah, they look good and sound fun. Yeah, my wife is a big fan of Life is Strange, but being a week, I love it. It's just it's one of those relaxing game. I play it mostly like right before bed. It's just story is good, visually is good, and it's like watching the movie. It's great. I love it. I love, but if you have the RT, just tell you this because it has ray tracing GFN. I have it in Stadia and on GFN, and man, playing it with that 3080 tier maxed out graphics, bro, the animation of the characters come to life. Um, maybe that's a comparison that we should do. Chief is probably gonna be like, hell no, but it's such a huge graphically difference that you just like, holy crap. You really see the power of that 3080 with that game. And yeah, Chief again would probably say hell no, but I think that would be a good showpiece to just show how much better the 3080 can make a game like Life is Strange. But yeah, good stuff. You loving it, Maker? Yeah. Dude, a lot of people. I mean, this game is hot right now. So again, like I was saying earlier, some people picking this to be the game of the year. Is that good? Yeah, it's great. I think Duncan was saying this, man. When it comes to speed, this game does a great job showcasing speed. Like you're going 200 miles and you feel that. Like everything is just like zoom, zoom, zoom. It's cool. It's cool. I love it. I love it. Uh, why do you always taunt me with that third? Bro, it's available for you to get now. You can just go buy it, bro. Do you think Stadia update? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Here's the thing: if Stadia does end up want to get white labeling service, they're gonna have to, right? If Stadia wants to stay the way it is and compete with other people, they're gonna have to. Again, like I said, I would prefer to play most of my games in GFN just because of that 3080 tier. So if companies are, if they go in the white label route, and companies are saying, okay, should I pick Stadia, Google's cloud, over, what GFN is offering or Amazon's offering? Performance is going to be key. And if they like, yo, we can't even get 30 FPS or struggle to get 30 FPS in Stadia, and we can max out graphical settings on GFN, that's an advantage, that they're gonna have. So I think for Stadia to be relevant and to compete, eventually, yes, they're gonna have to beef up. And they talked about it at GDC that they can upgrade to Gen 2 with 8K, 120 FPS. So we know that's something at least they've discussed. The question is, when are they gonna release that? Um, Cool. All right, fellas. It looks like my time is done. Again, videos are coming your way. That's all I can say. You guys are going to see some videos today and tomorrow. And if you remember, again, you can watch those early. But appreciate you guys. We'll do this. We'll be back next Wednesday. The reason this didn't happen on Wednesday was because spontaneous work meeting came up for me. But next week it'll be back on Wednesday for sure. Podcast is going to be this Saturday at 2 p.m. We're going to have a guest. I think Eddie Player One, but there's also someone else that I'm talking to that should be able to come as well. So we're gonna try to have two guests on Saturday for the podcast as well. But yeah, look forward to seeing you guys all there. Stay tuned for the videos coming. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, fellas. Peace out.